Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Kim Miller begins now.
Good evening, thanks for joining us. First tonight, new restrictions announced by the Premier will make it mandatory for Tasmanians to wear masks at events with more than 1,000 people from next Saturday. It comes as the state looks to reach the 80% vaccination target by early November.
A taste of what you can expect this summer.
And Tasmanian food, Tasmanian drinks, and of course today's announcement is supporting the Tasmanian entertainment industry with pure Tasmanian acts for Taste of Summer in 2021.
80 Tasmanian acts over 7 days.
It's really exciting to have this event, you know, sort of offering opportunities for artists who've really had a pretty hard time in the last year and a half.
A New Year's Eve party still in the works.
All I can say is going to be big.
But those attending could be wearing masks. New public health measures announced today.
Mask wearing will be compulsory for people who attend indoor or outdoor events where 1,000 or more people are attending.
Those restrictions beginning next Saturday and include the Salamanca market.
The worst thing that possibly could happen would be a person who is infectious with coronavirus, doesn't know they've got it, and mixes in a large crowd.
Those working in the industry say some of the restrictions targeting events have been unfair.
Licensed venues such as a nightclub or a pub can have 250 people standing in it, while if we hold an event indoors, we can only have 100 standing.
It comes as the state's vaccination rate continues to surge. 47% now double dosed, expected to hit 70% by October 15.
That we should reach our 80% of people being fully vaccinated sometime in late October or early November.
That target only achievable if Tasmanians keep turning up for their appointments.
Please do the right thing and stick to one appointment so that other people can get the appointment that you don't need.
It's still unclear whether it will mean our borders to New South Wales and Victoria will open in time for Christmas, something summer event organisers are taking into consideration.
Look, all our numbers have been planned on 0 tourists, borders closed.
Next Sides, 7 Tasmania News.
There are growing calls for the site of the Ashley Youth Detention Centre to be considered for the new Northern Prison. The government's preferred site in Westbury on Burley Road has faced backlash from the community.
It's clear that the Ashley Youth Detention Centre in 3 years' time will be vacant. It is also clear that the Westbury Reserve and its natural values have to be protected.
It's been announced yesterday that that site will be required for another 3 years. Cabinet hasn't met to discuss any of that in terms of what happens with that site or indeed the Northern Regional Prison.
The Greens say the government should consult the community before making a decision regarding the future of the site. Tasmania's federal Liberal MPs have been accused of turning their backs on the state's farmers by failing to secure funding for crucial irrigation projects. Questions lodged in the Senate reveal the members for Bass and Braddon have not approached the Federal Minister for Agriculture to push the case for Commonwealth assistance.
The Liberal members are not out there lobbying the federal government and their government to fix this. It's simply not good enough.
This is a typical demonstration of the incompetence of the federal Liberals and the state Liberals together.
Bridget Archer has rejected the claims and says she's in regular conversations about water infrastructure. More students on the northwest coast can study closer to home with a new University of Tasmania campus now open in Burnie.
It's an opportunity to get new skills, access to new jobs, a wonderful chance for people to pursue higher education in their community, accessibly, availably.
The $52 million development is delivering nursing and psychological science locally with an accelerated Bachelor of Business and Master of Business Administration, the next to be offered on campus. Tasmania's latest round of police recruits are ready to hit the beat after their official swearing-in ceremony today. 26 male and female constables will begin on Monday, dedicating their lives to serving and protecting the community.
Marching in for duty. 26 graduates today joining the ranks of Tasmania Police.
This is of course 1 of 2021 will serve Tasmania Police and the Tasmanian community well.
The recruits enduring 7 months of rigorous training to get to this milestone.
Lots and lots of driver training, operational skills, law, legal, dealing with people on the streets. They spend a bit of time on outstations, so they go and have some practical duties as a police officer. They've worked really, really hard.
Deanna Wadley receiving ducks of the course.
I've always wanted to be a police officer since a very young age. Had some family friends who were officers as well as family members, so it's just been a dream of mine for a very long time.
Each officer ready to serve and protect all Tasmanians.
Being able to make a difference even to one person's life during a day, or just to be able to contribute, is going to be great.
It's good to learn something new, and then at the end of the training there's a great career ahead of us.
From Monday, the cohort will begin their careers at stations in Hobart, Glenorchy, Launceston, Burnie and Devonport, dedicating their lives to helping others. Ainsley Kosh, 7 Tasmania News.
It is a historic day in Tasmania's sporting landscape with a state team to join the nation's Premier Bowls League. The Tridents will make their debut in November, COVID permitting, in a move advocates say will spark new interest in the sport.
Move over AFL and A-League ambitions. This is Tasmania's newest sporting sweetheart.
What this does is it creates a pathway.
The Tridents becoming the 9th side in the Bowls Premier League, ending a 13-year wait.
I think it's a very powerful logo, it's a very powerful name.
We've always hoped that we've had a Tasmanian team in it, and that's finally come to fruition.
The Trident trio includes Mark Knights, reigning state champion Taylor Mayle, and Commonwealth Games gold medalist and world champion Rebecca Van Ash. In previous seasons, she was forced to play for the Adelaide Pioneers.
To not have a Tasmanian team in it has been a bit of a heartbreak of mine over the years.
The goal is for more players to follow her lead down the path of national honours. Bowls has traditionally been a tough sell to younger audiences, but the flair and colour of the new short, sharp format is a pitch to change its appeal.
Fast-paced, exciting to watch.
It's certainly our, I guess, the big bash of bowls.
The state government has committed $120,000 over 3 years for the annual 4-day competition, which will begin in November, barring a COVID cancellation.
To be honest, at this stage, we're keeping our fingers crossed it goes ahead.
Garth Burley, 7 Tasmania News.
Spring has sprung at the annual Horticultural Society show. The event is in its 183rd year and displays the best flowers and plants grown in gardens across Hobart.
But it's just to showcase what's in our gardens, I guess, and to share with the community and encourage people to grow more flowers.
The show wraps up at Hobart Town Hall tomorrow.
One of Tasmania's most decorated footballers, Grant Birchall, has today hung up the boots after a 287-game AFL career. The 4-time premiership winner, described as an expert in his position and one of the standouts in the last 15 years. A career that took off in Devonport, blossomed in Hawthorn and today finished in Brisbane.
Yeah, it was really tough letting the boys know, but all good things come to an end.
Grant Birchall calling full-time on his prolific AFL journey, flanked by 2 now former coaches, Alistair Clarkson and fellow Tasmanian Chris Fagan.
He became an expert in his position, and that's what he was. Probably by the time he was 3 or 4 years into his career.
16 seasons, 287 games, punctuated by 4 premiership flags at Hawthorn. Each time he was front and centre of the Tasmanian Premiership Cup tour. He chipped 2 front teeth in his first in 2008, garnering the lifelong nickname Beaver.
It's been my nickname ever since. Even the Brisbane boys knew my nickname, Beaver.
A student of the game, he's being remembered as one of the toughest and most consistent halfbacks of the past decade and a half. Awarded an All-Australian honour in 2012, but injuries cruelled the end stages of his career. His next move is uncertain, but the 33-year-old says he wants to remain in football, but in what capacity and where is unknown.
Yeah, I might have to get back to Tassie and give a bit back, yeah.
The end of the road for one of the state's greatest AFL exports.
Well done, Birch.
Thanks, mate.
Great career,
Cheers.
mate.
Thank you.
To local footy, and both Clarence and Launceston are hoping the injection of senior TSL players into this weekend's Development League Grand Final will give them the edge. Both sides boast top-grade talent and have each beaten each other this season.
We beat them to make the grand final, but it was under a goal, and they've beaten us earlier on in the year as well. So we're excited.
The feeling is good. Everyone's ready to go. We're fired up, ready to go. Yeah.
Match kicks off this Sunday at 11:30. This week marks 15 years since we lost the King of the Mountain in a rally crash. So it's fitting that tonight's Friday flashback winds back the clock to 1979, the last time Holden Tiranas raced in the touring car series. The Australian Classic featured at Symmons Plains and Bathurst before its preeminent pilot Peter Brock would bid the Tirana a fitting farewell at Baskerville.
The number 5, famous, flashy and synonymous with one of the greats.
We've certainly improved the drivability of the car. In other words, it comes up the corners very smoothly, etc.
Peter Brock started the Tirana's swan song season at Symmons Plains before beautiful Bathurst became a touring car spectacle for the ages.
We have a touch-off in the Hardy Ferrado Classic for 79 with Peter Brock 0-5 for the Marlborough Holden dealer team.
The duel between Brock and Ford's Alan Moffat was a cornerstone of the era, but on this day 0-5 would lead every lap of the race in one of the most dominant drives in Bathurst history. Brock and teammate Jim Richards passed car after car to claim victory by an astonishing 6 laps. The legend secured in a final blitz of Conrod Straight.
Listen to the crowd warming up. A checkered flag unfolds a page in history as Peter Brock comes across to take the checkered flag.
But Brock's invincible Tirana would have one final outing, and it was in Tasmania.
At the head of the field, it's Peter Brock making no mistakes.
Not only did Brock break Bob Morris's lap record at Baskerville, a 1-2 finish provided the perfect photo op to start the day.
And there's the checkered flag, and there wasn't much more than a car length in it.
I'd say they must have some GMH photographers here, and that was posed for them.
The subsequent race wasn't quite as Peter perfect.
From third place, but on too hard.
But the final performance had no imperfections.
And it was about half a car length. What a finish for the Tiranas.
The Commodore would replace the Tirana from 1980 following the end of the model's production and new rules around engine emissions in the wake of the 70s oil crisis, making Baskerville the Tirana's sentimental final lap. Tom Johnson, 7 Tasmania News.
Good evening. A thick, high cloud band moved over to the state today, bringing a few light showers to the west. 15 in Hobart, 13 for Launceston, Burnie and Devonport. The state's top was 16 degrees at Friendly Beaches. St Helens 15 today, King Island recording 14, Grove, Bushy Park and Smithton 13, 12 at Strawn. Extensive mid to high level cloud over the state today. Further out and scattered low cloud over WA, high level cloud across Victoria and far northern Queensland, the rest of the country enjoying cloud-free conditions. A trough will extend from the Pilbara tomorrow to South Australia and over Tasmania. A cold front lies to the west. On the water in northwest to northeasterly winds at 20 to 30 knots, swells to 1 to 2 metres in the east, around a metre in the north. And a gale warning tomorrow from Sandy Cape to Stanley and from the northern tip of Flinders Island to St Helens Point, a strong wind warning for all remaining coastal waters. Showers increasing for Hobart 17, Medina showers and 13, Oatlands much the same and 15. Showers on the way for Launceston 17, showers and a windy day for Devonport 15, showers or snow for Liaweni, a cool 9 degrees. Burnie showers increasing in 15, Strawn and Marrawar showers becoming windy at 15 also. In the east tomorrow, a shower or two and a windy day. St Helens and Orford 18, Swansea 19. Looking ahead to Sunday now and showers mainly about the west. On to Monday, showers for the south and the east but fine elsewhere. And Tuesday, a fine day with the exception of some light coastal showers for the south and also the east. Melbourne tomorrow looking at 23, Adelaide and Perth 19, Sydney sunny and 29, Brisbane 27, Darwin a sunny one, 34 degrees. Currently it's 10 degrees in Hobart, a cloudy 9 in Launceston, a cloudy 10 in Devonport. Kim, that is the weather.
Thank you very much, Laura. Have a great weekend. And that is all your news for this Friday, September 10, which is also Braveheart's White Balloon Day. I'll be back later with updates. Thanks for joining us this evening. Have a great night.